All right, well, this is going to be the hollow point expansion test. Okay, I've got 7 jugs here full of water. We're only going to get maybe one, maybe 2 shots at this at best, because once I shoot it, I cannot, obviously I can't reuse the jugs. But I don't expect that it would be able to go through more than 3 of those jugs. 4 max, maybe, I don't know. I mean, personally, I think we probably have a better chance of shooting the table than getting the milk jug, than getting this bowl to expand. But if I shoot straight, we should be able to recover the bullet in one of those jugs. All right, let's give this a try. So again, this is for shooting this Tula 135 grain hollow point. Okay, these things are good because in the sense that you can get a box of 50 rounds. You can actually, you get this in 50 rounds per box, and you can get 200 for about $43. So they're very economical hollow points. But so far, we have found that they are really underpowered. We're getting 250 foot-pounds of energy in this Tula brass, compared to the 350 foot-pounds that I normally get in the Tula steel case. So this is weak shit, man. Anyway, so I got 5 bullets here. Oh, what am I pulling out 5, though? Pull out 2. No, pull out just 1. Because I got to reset it afterwards anyway. So 1 bullet. I don't know, this shit getting wet. I'm gonna put this stuff back here. See if we can get this fan. Put this shit up here. Two. 3, 4. I went through 4. What? No. Went through the 4th one. Is the bullet in there? Ah, there it is. We got it. Woohoo! Holy shit! This motherfucker works! Holy shit, it actually expanded. And it expanded nicely. I'm gonna take this into the sunlight so you guys can see it. Hold on. Get off the camera here. So we made it all the way through 4 of these milk jugs, right? You can see the water still coming over here. It went through the 4th one, and then it still had enough power to crack that one. So it came, yeah, see, it created a dent on, like, it basically hit the plastic there and then it cracked it there. So we actually used up 5 water jugs. But look at that. I am surprised, man. I am really surprised that this shit expanded, given how much low energy this shit is generating. Hold on, let me get the calipers on this. Look at that shit. Let me get this in the sunlight so you can see it from all directions. I'm surprised. First of all, I'm surprised that this shit with the water jugs actually worked to expand the bullet. Here, guys, I put it in the calipers. So it's like a point 0.465. Dropped it. Yeah, well, that's where that shit is. Let me go find that bullet because I want it back. Yeah, so this thing is like almost a ½ inch now. I mean, it's just short. I don't want to drop it again this time I'm holding on to this thing. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously not a perfect circle. So depending on where you catch it, see, like right there, it's almost a 0.5 right there. I'm like wholly impressed with the, and actually, look at that, it folded back the flower petals. Try to get out of the shadow. Which way is some? Gotta go from this side. All right, so let me pause the camera back. All right, guys, so the question now becomes, what are we gonna do with this shit? We got these 135 grade Tula hollow points that are grossly underpowered, right? 250 foot-pounds max. Okay, so it's basically like a 38 special. What are we gonna do with it? Now it does expand, right? We saw the expansion. Both down that way. You guys saw the expansion. So who is this? What's this good for? It's definitely good for women, right? For women that want a hollow point that to carry a hollow point that expands, because a lot of times with the standard hollow points, they're like usually like plus P loads, and women don't shoot them great. Now they'd have to actually try it in the gun because they're not going to hold it as strong as I am. But if it will cycle reliably in their carry gun, this is probably a good choice for women to use, because it expands and it's like at like 38 special power. So this is a hollow point that women can manage. Okay, now I'd have to like shoot like at least 2,000 rounds of this stuff to have confidence in it. But clearly it expands, and it expands well. And I would definitely do more tests with it if I was going to carry this stuff. But another possibility as far as what can we do with this stuff is subsonic, right? So we got 890 feet per second. Now, out of a 16-inch rifle, right, I can usually shoot 115 grains out of it, and it's usually quite enough, okay? It's not fun to shoot, but it's not like it doesn't sting your ears. Normally I wear ear protection, but I want to try, I have a whole bunch of different guns here. 16-inch barrel, 10-inch barrel, Glock 17, Glock 43. I'm going to try and shoot this without ear protection, okay, one at a time, and see how far down the line I can go before it just becomes uncomfortable, okay? So we're not putting the ear protection on, we're just going to do one round. So we're going to start off with the 16-inch barrel, no ear protection. Obviously I got my glasses on, and we're going to have the eye protection. So let's take a shot with this. Okay, easy peasy, right? That a lawnmower is probably louder than that. Okay. So that, I mean, definitely quieter than 115 grains out of that gun, because that I could shoot all day. I mean, there's things that you want that like if you're hammering a nail, that's louder than that gun right there. Okay. Now usually, because I can kind of shoot that, even though I don't with 115 grains. But when I go down to the 10-inch barrel, it's usually, it stings. Let's see if this stings. If this will sting. Right, so we're shooting this Tula 135 grains subsonic out of the 10-inch barrel. Definitely louder, without a question louder. This was probably as loud as if I shoot 115 grains out of the 16-inch barrel. Okay, so definitely louder Let's try the 17. I know that's I'm not gonna like that, but this is not something I'm gonna do every day. But I mean, it is subsonic, even out of because we ran it through the chronograph. It's gonna be loud, but subsonic. Okay. I mean, yeah, I felt it a little bit. Subsonic, like that. This is a good choice. Like if you know, this might be a reason to carry this ammunition because it's not going to hurt your eardrums, okay? Because it's subsonic. Let's try the Glock 43. Now, it's actually, the speed's about the same. To my surprise, the velocity is the same. There was no major velocity change between the Glock 17 and Glock 43. But let's give it a shot. Yeah, I got no ringing in my ears, nothing like that. Let's try the Glock 43. Okay, that was louder. Dude, I felt it a little bit. No ringing, but you could definitely feel a little bit more pressure in the ears. So this is a good reason to carry this ammunition, because or possibly to use it for self-defense, because it's not going to hurt your ears. You know, like now obviously if you shoot this inside your house, the noise is going to echo back on you, and it is going to be louder. But it's not, your ears aren't going to be, I don't think your ears are going to be ringing. You'll still be able to communicate with other family members. When the police show up, you know, and they say, hey, police, you know, open up. You'll know that it's the police, right? And you don't show up at the door with a gun, right? So this is a good reason. This is a use that I see for this ammunition. I see it as subsonic, no ear protection ammunition. So those are my thoughts on it. I mean, I'm gonna think about this some more, and down the road we'll talk about it again. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Talk to y'all soon. Yeah, so I ran the numbers again, the energy got. So this one was running a little bit faster, 906, but not by much. I mean, we got 889 feet per second below the first Glock 17. Then we got 895 the Glock 43. And then we got 906 velocity out of this second Glock 17. So the energy came up to 246, right? So we have energies of 237, 240, 246. I mean, they're in that same area of about 240, you know, like really just struggling to get to 250. I mean, energy-wise, this stuff sucks. I mean, it's got like, you know, I mean, this stuff looks so pretty when you look at it. I don't know why they would go through the trouble of making something so pretty, right? And not give it the right amount of gunpowder. I mean, what a waste. I mean, and here's the thing, the most expensive part of this is probably the brass, right? The brass case. The gunpowder isn't even that, is not the most expensive part of this, right? The metal is probably more expensive than the gunpowder, the primers, all that. I mean, what a waste that they made something, that they made this and just went cheap on the gunpowder. Hey everyone, I want to try another test with these Tula 135 grain hollow points. Okay, so I've already ran them through the chronograph. The energy is very low. It's only 250 foot-pounds of energy out of a Glock 17. Compared to 350 with Tula steel case. Okay, so the energy is really low. I've already done this because it's subsonic. I was able to fire it out of a Glock 17 with no ear protection. It wasn't that bad. Definitely, I mean, it's loud, but it doesn't pop your eardrums. With the Glock 43, which has a shorter barrel, it was noticeably louder. Okay, but what I want to do now is I'm going to take out 5 bullets and I'm going to shoot them into that snow. We've already been able to expand these through water. Okay, hold on, let me show you. Let me pause. So when I shot it through water jugs, I was able to go through 4 water jugs, and we saw this expansion over here. It's almost a 1/2 inch expansion. I covered this in a separate video. So even though it's low power, it still has the ability to expand Okay, so we shot this out of the we shot that out of the Glock 17, and when I did the energy test on the Glock 43, it was about the same. So there was no real difference. Like one's was like 245 energy, the other one's like 240. So no significant difference. So what I want to do now is I want to shoot a whole bunch of rounds into the snow here, which we're not going to recover today. But what I'm hoping is that when that snow melts, I'll be able to recover these shiny bullets in that area. I've already shot about, I think, 4 through there. And I said, hey, you know what? Let's get this on camera. And I'm going to shoot another 5 now. Now, the first 4 I shot, I'm shooting it one-handed into that snow. The gun's got no, this Glock 43 has no trouble cycling, even in the awkward position. The position that you see me shoot it in now is what I shot these in earlier as well. So trying to catch a shallow angle so that I'm going through the length of that snow. So even shooting one-handed with a Glock 43, right? That's a P80, and the round count on this isn't even that high. I doubt it's more than 600. It's probably way less than that. It's probably somewhere in that area of like approaching 600. Definitely not 1,000. No trouble with this cycling. Me shooting it one-handed in that awkward position, which surprises the shit out of me, given how low energy this is, right? Only 250 foot-pounds of energy. I mean, I don't think there's going to be anything on the other side. Yeah, there's nothing there. So those bullets should be somewhere in that snow. Now, I did try digging earlier. I can't find them. It's too much snow there. So we're just going to wait until it melts. And when it melts, they should be somewhere in that area. And then down the road, I'll just do a video where the bullets recovered. And we're going to see if they expand in snow or not. I mean, I'm curious. I have no idea. We will see.